And we back. This time, Dricus. Dricus Du Plessis coming into UFC 312, looking to maintain his dominance. He's already pretty much the unstoppable force at this division. He's been in the UFC for, like 5 years at this point? Well, 5 years in like October. But in those 5 years, he's ran through the division. He's gone through, got like 4 KOs, 2 subs, and finishes most of his fights. We thought he had breathing problems. That wasn't even the case. Turns out he could breathe the whole time. Just had to do it through his mouth. Got his nose fixed. Now he's a cardio demon. What can he do at this point? Dricus is going to come into 312. Probably do what he always do, which is go in there, get beat up for like at least 1 round clearly, and then he's going to turn it on. He's going to go in there, crack Sean with some shots that probably look like they got thrown by a horse. And next thing you know, you're like, how did this fight change? Because the main thing with him, it always looks like he's going to lose, and then he just flips a switch. He pushes through adversity well. He goes through his, like, breakers. If he gets hit, he will always respond, and he tends to hit people harder than they hit him. And then on top of that, he knows how to finish a fight. He never is out of a fight. And when you're never out of a fight, it just increases your chance to win like tenfold. Because Sean, we've watched Sean be like, oh, he can't finish people. Oh, he gets wrestled. Oh, there's just no path for him at a certain point in time. And you know he loses. And it's been few and far between, but you've still seen him lose to where it's like, oh, he's not winning this fight. Whereas Dricus, the only time I think he's ever been in a predicament like that is outside of the UFC and he got finished. Like, they actually have to finish him to make him lose a fight. And until that pattern changes, we're going to be chilling with Dricus at champ for a while. So the real question isn't, does he beat Sean Strickland on this Saturday at 312? It's more so, how far does he go? And I guess we'll talk about that next fight.
You ready to fight? You ready? Let's do it.
So like I was saying, honestly, I think he could be this era's GOAT. This era's GOAT of middleweight. I mean, I don't think that's too far off to say. I think he's well-rounded, especially with the fact that on top of him hitting hard, he pushes through well, has high cardio. He can use cardio as a weapon. He can use power as a weapon to make you respect his shots. And then on top of all of that, he could take you down and sub you. He could go for rear nakeds. He could tip you off, crack you with something hard, and the next thing you know, you're getting hit with a guillotine. He got good arm triangles. Like, at this point, it's kind of like the Ilya Taporia effect, where I can beat you on the feet and I can beat you on the ground, and I'm not going to get tired. So what are you going to do to me? And if this is his prime, which more than likely it is, he could keep this pace for like 5 years. He might be able to hold that belt for at least like a good 3 more years, like, in my opinion. And depending on how many times he fights, that's at least 6-7 defenses. So what are we looking at here? We are looking at the future of the division. So at this point, it's more so about, does he fail himself, or does someone come along where it's just like, oh, it's another generational talent, and then they take it from him? Because if you have a generational talent, that's just changing of the guard. But if it's kind of like what happened with Izzy, where he comes in, it seems like he gets complacent, and then he fights a guy that he should beat, but he just gets thrown off his game and never recovers, then that's its own thing. That's you getting too complacent at the top. That you never respected your opponent enough. Whereas it feels like the reason Dricus is good is he respects the fact that he can lose, and as long as he does that, he goes out there doing whatever he has to do to win. I'm not saying he's cheating like TJ Dillashaw or anything like that, but he's willing to go through the hard times and do what he has to do to finish with his hand raised. And honestly, with the skill set he has, we got a good few years of Dricus left at the top. So, say all that to say, let's see what happens at 312, man. But back to this fight, I'm really just focusing on more so how to get them to the ground because they're throwing so sporadically. It was throwing me off. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like they're spamming 1-2s, they're spamming kicks, they're doing anything they can, and I'm just over here like I just gotta crack them with something hard so that they can fall because more than likely I'm gonna try and sub them. So around here, I'm just looking to hit him with a right hook, and I landed. So that's how we end the round. And honestly, just jumped on him because I knew I wasn't gonna get the finish, but just gotta let them know you gotta be more careful, especially with when people are being reckless. They're either gonna quit when they get pushed to the point where it feels like they're gonna lose, or they're gonna get even crazier, or they're just gonna shell up. If they get even crazier, that's more counter windows. If they shell up, then I can just do whatever I want. But here, he's just spamming a body kick, but since he threw a head kick earlier and it clipped me, I'm just gonna block the head because honestly, the damage that body kick is doing is not worth what I'm returning with to the head. So I'll just keep avoiding it. I might eat it, but if I do catch it, I'm just gonna dump them. Because every time you dump them, you're dropping their stamina down, and that just makes it easier and easier for a sub attempt. Now there, I did think they were gonna throw a head kick to switch it up. I thought it was the head kick animation, but tried to backstep it, didn't work. And they're just throwing it, so I'm just gonna go to the body because I can throw through that. And now they're just trash. They have no body health. Their head health is low. They go for the front kick to the face. We do not care. And we're just going to find our way to a victory here. The first one misses. The second one, I go for the block counter. That was more so my thought pattern. When I saw them go for the overhand, I'm like, all right, block counter is coming. But to double up on it, anytime somebody doubles up on like rear strikes to my lead hand, you're getting block countered. Like, block countering is a key thing that separates the skill gap in this game, especially striking. Because by no means am I the best striker on this game, but just understanding basic principles gets you to better positions. Like here, I landed that block counter, it gets us to the ground, and then I get to a guillotine and they have no stamina. And now look, they're hurt to the head, they're tired to the body, hurt to the body, and they're one sub away from losing. You have multiple paths to victory now. And they're gassed in the second round. Like, this is crazy. So, always pay attention to, like, little things that can give you a victory. Now here, I'm not going to lie, I was fiending to get a sub because I really wanted an arm triangle. Ask me why, I couldn't tell you, but here we are. We jump on a ghillie, and I don't get it. But we're going to get a few reversals on the ground, and next thing you know, we're going to work to where we got to go to, and we're going to get to the arm triangle. So, I say all that to say, Dricus is the new king of the division, and when you're playing this game, pay attention to what your opponent doesn't do well, and just take your victories where you can get them. So, with that, I appreciate the view. Thanks for watching, and just tune in for the next video. We try and drop bangers here. And leave comments if you like what you're seeing. So, thanks for watching.